that you can still kind of garner, it's one of the protests, another that has been happening. You know that the people of the capital have been kind of rallying together as they are displeased with the king's lack of efforts to find his kin, the next in line, for all. They have been performing these protests, and you all have been in Uberto long enough that at the start they were relatively peaceful as they just marched and shouted, but this crowd are holding torches and weapons and are being freaky.
So they're trying to storm the Capitol? Kinda?
They might?
Is there, like, a person they're kind of approaching here, or are they just, like...
They're just kind of marching towards the palace.
Okay.
How freaky are they getting?
They're really angry, you can tell. Very upset.
My character will actually continue shopping for a good bit until she like looks up very slowly and just like peers around, kind of like Yoda does actually. And she's like, oh, that's okay, and she just continues to shop.
Okay. The shopkeeper that you're talking with, as he notices the protest and he realizes this is unlike the others, he says, "I'm sorry, you gotta go. I gotta close." And then he, the buildings with shops aren't stalls, and some of them don't actually have an actual building you enter. It's rather kind of like a front porch area that has been converted into a store, and that is what most of these kind of like outside stores, mostly the produce ones, look like.
Kind of like a farmer's market?
Yeah, kind of like a farmer's market. You see him, he picks up all of his wares, kind of pulls them into bags and crates, and then brings them inside his house, and he locks the door behind him. And as that happens, the crowd has started getting very close, kind of disrupting everything.
Okay, I guess Hung will pull out a sickle and then attempt to make a stealth check to blend in with the crowd and kind of follow along to see what'll happen.
Okay, you don't really have to make a stealth check, they just kind of like accept you as another protester.
Oh, okay.
Does anybody else want to do anything?
Well, my character, her name's Shanty, by the way. Shanty is super like short, and so she just, I don't know. Even if she wanted to stand out, she just kind of blends in. She's not really trying to do anything. She starts to get a little curious though, and starts to like peer around. But since she's short, she can't really see much.
Okay.
I just kind of follow them because I don't really have anything better to do because I can't go back to sleep. So.
Okay. Is there anything that you would like to do, Umizara?
I'll follow them too.
Okay, so you all just kind of like blend in with the crowd, and you see the king. He steps out, and he's surrounded by this force of his soldiers. You assume they are probably just like his most skilled and capable, as they circle around and then form. If you imagine, like modern protests when all the police will form like the riot shield wall. They kind of do that, but only some of them have shields. Some of them kind of like point their weapons towards the crowd. And the crowd shouts. King says, "My people, I understand your concern, but this has gone too far. I need you to know and understand I have been doing everything I can to search for my son. I care for him more than any of you could, or any of you could ever know. Understand that I have done everything. And you see the crowd doesn't really buy it. They continue to shout, and some of them sling insults towards him. Some of them call him a liar. Some of them call him a kind of remark about how could they have ever gotten such a king in power, or how could a king have ever hold this kind of power.
Is it confirmed that he's actually been trying? Like, have there been search parties? Public?
There has been groups of soldiers that have left the capital. They might have been search parties. They might have been gone out to do something else. He's told people he's been searching, but he hasn't told anybody where they're going, what they're doing, anything like that. It's really just kind of, he says that it's been happening. So he expects you to believe it.
Also, the music stopped.
Yeah, I'm trying to find
Shit,
this
it is.
shooting.
You should be able to type /loop and it should loop. Stop biting me, you bitch!
What?
My dog.
There you go.
Okay, so as this is going, it just pretty much looks like they're gonna break in and try and kill the guy, right?
Probably. They are getting very close with the soldiers that are kind of like forming the line against the castle.
Shit.
The king has been looking. He's kind of shifting nervously as the people get more riled up.
I don't want to be a part of whatever fight's about to break out, so I try and move towards the back.
Me too.
Okay.
I'm trying to contemplate whether or not I want to, like, stop this or back off as well. Because, like, it's not really my problem. Oh, shit.
Okay. The crowd. Hold on. Give me a minute.
No problem.
As the crowd approaches the wall, they start to get like chest to chest with some of the soldiers who start shoving them away, shoving them further back, and shouting breaks out, and you hear a kind of
Magnus, please.
you hear a scream, and the crowd all moves away from where it happened, and you see one of the citizens who is currently unarmed is clutching a wound in their lower stomach. As you see, the guard then shoves them to the ground, starts kind of flailing his blade to get as if to signify that everybody else should back up.
What the fuck?
The crowd does not like that, and they kind
Give
of
me a
charge.
second. My dog won't stop crying. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
My character will hesitantly like start moving forward to make sure that the person on the ground is okay, but she like isn't exactly sure she should get involved because she doesn't want to really get caught up in everything.
As you kind of like approach a little bit closer, one of the guards points his weapon at you, and he says, "You back the hell away!" You see some robed spellcasters kind of like take the flank of these knights, and they kind of like make some arcane gestures as if preparing to cast a spell, but not letting any fly yet.
Is anyone here proficient in like medicine?
Like within us, or just in
crowd here.
the crowd?
You don't recognize any doctors that you have seen in this crowd, or any sort of educated folk.
I'm not proficient in medicine, but I do have a +3. So if no one else has anything better.
I also have a +3. So
Huh?
I also have a +3, but I don't know what Angel has, because Angel's not here.
Where is the closest like doctor or any kind of professional?
Closest doctor, really everything in these cities are pretty close by. It would be in the street right next to this one, in one of the alleyways. It kind of opens up and there's a doctor's office. You've visited it before after getting hurt sometimes. They usually provide the services for free, as the doctors here are backed by the government. For the most part.
Are we currently aware of each other? Do we see each other?
In the crowd, you do see each other, but you don't
I'm so sorry, I'm
recognize
back.
them. It's fine. You don't recognize each other, but you do see each other in the crowd.
Do we stand out to each other, or are we just more people in the crowd?
You do kind of stand out, as all four of you are kind of people that are trying to stay uninvolved, but are still in the crowd. Pretty much everybody that is outside right now is a part of this forming riot.
So we can like look around and see that a bunch of people are super angry, but there's a select few that aren't necessarily angry, and they're more just like, what the heck is happening?
Yeah.
So I have a question, and it may be a stupid one. You said earlier the person like on the ground has guards surrounding this person? Or what did you say?
There's a wall of guards that is stopping anybody from entering the castle grounds, and this person is on the ground. They're currently trying to get themselves back up as they clutch their stomach that is bleeding from the stab wound that they just suffered.
Can I step forward and attempt to do something? Unless you
You
want me to-
could. The soldier is going to point his weapon at you and tell you to back away.
Could I find a way to sneak past them?
It would be very difficult, as this person is kind of isolated, as the crowd kind of all steps away from them, and the guards are keeping a very keen eye on anybody that approaches. You're currently kind of stagnated, as nobody wants to rush forward and get hurt, but everybody wants to do something.
Is the crowd super loud right now? Could I like converse with the soldier to help me help that person?
He would be able to hear you if you spoke to him. You would have to yell over the crowd, but you would be able to speak to him.
Is anyone? Sorry.
You go first.
Is there anyone that is proficient in some sort of persuasion or something that we could use to possibly distract the guards? Because I have a pretty high stealth that could be used handy, but I don't know. I'm just trying to think.
I'm just trying to brainstorm if my character would even want to help in this situation.
My character's bored. You know what? So
Damn. Okay.
my character's bored, so I want something to do.
Okay. Well, we don't know each other. So we can't, like, devise a plan.
True.
So,
Can I wade through the crowd a little bit and get like closer to the injured person? Like, I know the soldier's gonna be like all snippy at me. But, like,
Is-
I don't wanna
You get as close as you can without the guard making any sort of movement towards you. Yes. You also find yourself next to Shanty. You don't know her, but you are next to her.
is Hung currently, like, getting the weapon pointed at him?
Yes. So really, all four of you are next to each other. You just don't know any. You just don't know each other. But you are kind of all in the front area where you can see the injured person who is currently trying to stand up.
Shit. Like, it's her fucking fault. So, like, anything I could do to persuade would just be like, hey, don't kill this person even though she started it.
Okay, I decided to talk to the guard and be like, dude, you gotta relax. Just like let them get away first. Like, there's no need to keep a bleeding person on the floor like that. That's crazy.
As you say that, he this is the same guy that is kind of like filling his weapon back and forth. He tells you, I don't negotiate with criminals. You either back away, everybody here needs to get away, or more than one person is dying tonight.
Okay, you know what? How about you back the hell up? What the fuck was that? And then I would like to roll intimidation.
Ooh,
Um,
that's not great.
I am allowed to use that one modifier, yes?
Yes, you are.
Cool. That's a 19.
Okay.
Damn.
You do see his face kind of flash with fear, and he looks around and he nudges the spellcaster behind him, who raises his hands to basically threaten you that he's going to blast you.
So, are they like also trying to intimidate me, or is it just like, hey, stop that?
It is a hey, stop that, or I'm going to blow you up. Oops, not that one, not that one.
What are we supposed to do in this situation?
Right? Like, you know what?
Like, I don't even know what to do right now.
Hold on. I'm brainstorming. Fuck. Fuck.
Like, this person's
I
just gonna
shoot them
bleed out
all.
here.
So you tried to intimidate them, and now he's gonna. Okay. I guess. Oof. Hung will kind of raise both of his hands and kind of like step forward as like, I'm not gonna attack you a little bit, and just be like, we should not lose more lives than necessary. Clearly, your people are simply worried about the heir to the throne. Civil unrest is caused by unhappiness within your kingdom, and your slaughter would only bring more unrest.
If you're so worried about the air, why don't you find them yourself? We've done all we can.
Ain't no
Okay,
way.
okay.
What the?
I blow them up. I shoot them. I don't know what to do. I'm at a loss right now.
Allow me to negotiate with you then. Just kind of like gestures around, whoever else will talk to your king. And I am willing to throw my hat in the ring and attempt to find this heir. No promises, but in return, you have to allow us to aid her.
He nervously glances at his compatriots and says, "Fine. But you're gonna be escorted." And one of the more competent-looking spellcasters steps forward, says, "You all four follow. Not you all four. You follow me."
To Hung?
Yes.
Could I pipe up and say that I join as well?
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I guess like when they pipe up, he'll just kind of Hung will just kind of turn around and say, "You are free to follow me if you wish."
I don't trust these dumbass guards, so I'm going with you guys.
Umizawa says yes, because I say so,
Yeah.
and we're not splitting the party. You're all led away from the crowd and into the castle grounds, where the king has not entered yet, and he just kind of stand there watching everything unfold. He looks at the spellcaster with a confused look and says, "Who are these people, and why have you brought them to me?" Which the spellcaster responds, "They've offered to look for Varol." The king looks at you four.
Apologies, my mother called me.
That's okay. King looks at you four and says, "Is this a serious offer?"
Has the woman outside received the aid I requested?
The king looks and sees that she has not. Says, "I'll tend to the matter personally. I'll ensure that she receives the best care possible. If you four do make good on your word,
I will not go back on my word.
Wait, how does that make sense?
Isn't she like bleeding out?
Right? Like,
We don't know to go look.
I'll make sure that she receives care. I'm saying you all will go look for Varalda."
oh, that makes sense.
Well,
Do we have a deal?
Yes. I won't go back on my word.
He looks at the other three.
fine.
Yeah, that.
I guess we're all going.
Okay. Now let me tell you this. We've had no luck in finding But from what we have gathered, it is possible that he is in Centripeca, past the Bloodroot Forest. And if you do find him, and he is alive, I request that you bring him here, no matter his mental state,
And if he's dead?
and bring his body here as well, and we will ensure he receives the proper burial.
Is there money involved?
What?
Sorry. I don't mean to say that out loud. I say that under my breath. Because of course, all my character wants is money. No.
Kind of right though. Is it? Never mind. I'll stop.
I did not hear a word you just said.
Don't worry about it.
Will we be receiving ships or help with transportation or provisions?
We cannot spare any naval craft, but we will provide you with provisions enough to make the journey to Centripeca. And I'm sure the lovely Three Kings will provide care and housing should you all need it.
Then, King, I have one more request. Please give me some sort of written letter of confirmation that you are choosing us to find your son, so that when we see the Three Kings, we have more than just our word.
Of course.
Is she still
Yeah.
bleeding, by the way? Like outside?
You see some of the guards have mobilized and are bringing her into the castle to receive royal medical treatment. The king brings you all into the castle, where he has a sort of office set up, where he then writes a letter of confirmation that you four are chosen, signs it, and then stamps it with a seal, the wax seal, and then hands it to you and says, "Give this to them when you get there. Do not open it before."
Who does he hand it to?
Huh?
Who does he hand it to?
He just holds it out for anybody to grab.
Does anyone else want it, or does Hung grab it?
Hung can grab it.
Okay.
At least it's fine. It's me.
Yeah.
Sure, then hell at it. How the fuck do I add shit to my inventory? Hello, chat. How do I add to my inventory?
I'm not sure.
It's okay, I'll figure it out.
Put it under other possessions.
Got it. Equipment, current inventory, other possessions, add items.
Guys, I really want to bite into an onion right now, like a whole ass onion.
Okay, Shrek.
Shut up! I just listen.
Can I add a custom item?
I fucking love onions so much.
Can I? Okay, hold on.
Let me see if I can add it.
I also want to eat a container for cottage cheese.
Inventory,
this as you
inventory,
yourself or as your
items.
character?
Hold on, I got it.
No, wait, did Uzara just say out loud that they want to eat an onion? Or like.
No, this is out of character. This is
Okay.
There's no way. Cottage cheese and an onion.
no, not cottage cheese. Ricotta cheese. There's a
Okay,
difference.
so it's not a thing yet. I'll just go and add an inventory section to my backstory. What is the king's name?
Okay. He is King Sandicus. Sandicus.
Got it. Then I guess he'll pocket the letter and kind of like bow in respect to the king and just immediately start fucking walking.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Who the fuck are you people, anyways? Though, like,
We can do this. We can introduce ourselves outside. We do not need to introduce ourselves within the presence of the king.
well, that makes sense.
The king says, "Oh, before you leave, well, we can't provide naval transportation. I could offer a carriage, and it'd also make your provisions easier to bring along."
Okay.
I suppose if you're offering.
So he leads you all outside, and you all kind of go to the outskirts of the city where there is a stable. The king himself walks inside, and a few moments later, the owner of the stable comes out with a. He doesn't come out of the stable, but he comes out and then brings a pair of horses and connects a carriage to them. The king hands him probably more money than is needed for this. And
Money.
provisions are stacked on. Soldiers bring on provisions. And he says, do be safe. I would prefer to see this end in success.
I do have a question, my lord.
What is it?
What makes you so eager to trust 4 people who've never met, whom you have no knowledge of?
I can't trust you all, but my own efforts have gone to waste. And the castle yearns for its prince, and I yearn for my son.
Damn.
I give the king a solemn smile and I thank him.
You are welcome. Now, please go. Make haste.
I'm not good with horses. I'm just letting everyone know right now.
Does anyone here know how to horse?
I could try.
Like animal handling?
handling?
I have a +3 in animal handling,
Let me
but
see.
I'm better with directions, so I can shotgun.
Fuck it, I guess I'll try.
I've got a +3 in animal handling, so I don't think that'd be good.
Anybody who
I
wants
guess I'll
to
animal handling. That's fine.
guide these horses? Okay.
It's okay. I'll take
You
the
make
wheel.
an animal handling check.
So
23.
it's
That's a nat
Damn.
20.
23?
Nat 20.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
really? Yeah. Not only do you guide these horses, you guide them extraordinarily well. And the travel time, you believe, is cut slightly.
So
do
then-
we, do we know the way to Centrifuga?
You have a map.
would I kind
It
of
is-
also just know? Because I kind of came from that way, didn't I?
You did, yes. So you would kind of just know, and plus the plateau that Centrifuga is situated on is very obvious, is very tall. So you just kind of have to go towards the mountain, because there are no other mountains on the eastern side of the continent.
I guess as Hung is like guiding the horses with everybody else in the carriage, he'll kind of turn his head to the side and like look to the other party members and just be like, my humblest apologies for dragging you into something you probably had no interest in. I just couldn't stand to see an innocent person suffer.
I kind of had nothing better going on.
It's been a while since I've been on a little adventure. I didn't mind.
Then I suppose this will be an experience for everybody.
So, you all hear a duck.
I'm so sorry.
So, you all begin the journey southward to Centrifugal Plateau. From the northernmost, if you looked at images, you can see the map of the continent. You can see the capital of Veridal is pretty much as far north as possible, which means that this is going to be a very long journey. Normally, it would take perhaps a month to get there, but since you rolled so high on animal handling, that has been cut down by a week. So it take
Like 3 weeks.
Just it takes like 3. It will take like 3 weeks to get there.
Did we time skip those 3 weeks, or are we traveling like through those 3 weeks?
We're gonna mostly time skip, but we are there is gonna be some events that I'm going to go through.
Do we get to
and-
know
and-
each other better? Do we make
Yes,
conversation?
I'm going to encourage you guys to do some player-on-player roleplay. Just kind of like in these 3 weeks, as you stop, as you make camps during the journey, kind of go through what your characters will talk about, introduce each other, introduce yourselves to each other. No, just your idle chat of 4 strangers who are all of a sudden embarking on a journey they did not plan for.
I didn't even pack anything. I just realized, guys, wait, can we turn around or?
3 days into the expedition. Hold their ass if you can turn around.
I didn't pack anything.
Unfortunately, we can't.
You were
turn
given
around,
provisions.
but I'm sure the provisions we were provided with, as well as general hunting expertise, will suit you just fine.
I reach into my bag and I pull out a little like sheet, like a pan full of blueberry muffins.
Oh,
What?
How? where? What?
I thought that this might be a good idea. We were going on a little trip. I saw them at the market. I took them before we embarked.
Thank you.
Whose grandma is this?
No, I just forgot that she's an old lady, so it actually. I'm thinking of like this middle, like not middle aged, but like younger woman pulling out a thing of blueberries, and that seems odd, but the fact that you're old, it makes so much more sense.
Am I just gonna keep holding this sheet of blueberry muffins? Does anyone want any?
Can I have one?
I guess I'll take one.
No, thank
I'll
you.
take one too.
I'm full.
I hand you each 3.
The way I'm imagining this,
You had like 12 muffins.
It's a dozen.
the way I'm imagining this is there's the carriage, right? And it looks like the Oregon Trail carriages where it has like the cloth over the end. And Dalder and Umizara are in the back with all the provisions, and Shanty and Hung are in the front with Shanty guiding and Hung working with the horses. And I picture Shanty taking out these blueberry muffins, and both Dalder and Umizara bolt up to the front, reaching over to grab them.
We're fat asses.
Big backs.
See, my character loves 2 things, and that's money and food. And that's it. You've got money, you've got food, you've got my heart. I'll do anything for you. Yeah. Those muffins are gone. They're gone. They're inhaled. I inhaled them.
I still have 3 more. Would you like the rest, sweetie?
Like,
Older, did you enjoy your muffins?
Yes.
Mizara, did you like your muffins?
they were a
I
little
love
spiky.
my muffins.
It's okay. They're
Don't cry.
muffins.
So good. Okay.
Hey man, like
I haven't had a good muffin since my mom died.
Oh dear.
no.
I love you.
Are you okay, sweetie?
Okay, that's a lot. That's just a lot to take in. Your...
Also, you called them both by their name, and we still haven't introduced each other.
I mean, it's been like 3-ish days. We
Yeah,
can
at this point, it's been 3 days. You probably all have exchanged names.
No.
Probably.
Okay, Hung has not given you guys their name.
So it is hung, right? Like hung like a horse, pronounced
That's
like
exactly
that.
what I was thinking.
Bro.
Hey, you hung like a
No,
horse.
no, I'm like not in the sense that like I just how pronunciation.
Sure.
Are you asking me as a player or me as a character?
No, like in character. Also, possibly as a player.
Is bro trying to get freaky?
no.
Can I roll for dick size now, please?
Yeah, roll d12.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Also, I'm a
Why
woman.
not a
This
D20?
makes it 10 times better.
Because 20 is obscene.
We're not human beings here.
10.
Okay.
It's 10 inches.
That's already outrageous. There's no.
That's
need for it.
already outrageous. Okay.
I don't know
At
about
some
y'all,
point-
but 10 is not outrageous.
What?
Dude.
Just speaking on a personal level.
What?
Bro. I didn't need to know that.
So if we're gonna get into that conversation, no, I'm joking.
Blood. Okay,
I'm not
so
gonna share that with everybody. Trust.
alright, at some point along your travels, you all the carriage is on this kind of cobblestone road that you all have been trying generally to stick to the roads, as there is a road to Centrifuga. Okay, hold on, code channel. Okay. So you all are generally trying to stick to the road that's Centrifuga, and at some point, the carriage shakes oddly, and Hung, you are the driver, and you look back, and you see one of the wheels, and what is supposed to have 4 wheels, there is 3, and you see the other one has gone off and rolled down into what looks to be some dude's farm.
I broke the goddamn
shit.
wheel.
I broke the goddamn wheel.
I sneezed. I'm sorry.
I guess he's just gonna kind of sigh and then stop the carriage, hop out without saying anything, and start chasing the wheel.
The wheel is rolling as it gets to a hilly area. It starts bouncing even faster. Make an athletics check to chase the wheel.
Can I also chase the wheel?
You can, yes, both of you roll athletics to chase this wheel. What did you say?
Acrobatics?
How are you going to acrobatize facing a wheel? Are you going to backflip onto it?
Yes.
Um,
Gymnastics routine.
Rose pulling the Sakuna. Apologies. You haven't gotten to that part.
What?
if you want to rule it so literally that, like, it has to be an acrobatic stunt, then I'll do that. But
rolled
I
a
was
20
more
for the
asking
run,
from
though.
Yeah.
the point of
I,
like,
I,
does it have to be an
I'm-
acrobatic stunt for me to use acrobatics?
I would ask that. I would ask for you to tell me how you are going to do acrobatics to reach this.
I was
Guys,
just
this is
gonna attempt to like long stride, I guess. But if it has to be an acrobatic thing, it is a hill, right?
This is a hill, yes.
So I guess if it has to be an acrobatics thing, I would just do like a front handspring, like forward leap to try and like beat the wheel speed wise.
Okay, make an acrobatics check.
It's gonna
Well,
look
I
cool as
see your
fuck when I
athletic
fail
check.
and it break my neck.
guys. This
Never
is off
mind, that's an
topic.
18.
But my brother just asked me what I wanted from Chili's. What should I get from Chili's?
Chili.
Hi, welcome to Chili's. That was involuntary.
Get a quesadilla.
Quesadilla. Okay.
You said you got an 18?
Yeah.
You forward handspring towards this wheel. And you are going to make it and grab it. But as you look to your left, you witness Dalder running at inhuman speed, sprinting full force towards this wheel, and he grabs one of the supports and just yanks it upwards, and you land on your feet where the wheel was going to be. Dalder rolled a 24 for athletics.
Shit.
Why did bro do that?
Okay, dude.
I didn't want to lose the wheel. It's my favorite one.
Back left wheel, good.
Who's favorite?
Okay, well, when you spend like that much time in a carriage, you're just gonna pick out your favorite parts of it. Like,
This is my favorite nail. This is
am
my
I
favorite
the only one
plank.
who did that?
We've only been traveling for 3 days. I don't understand.
Well, it's kind of boring. Like, you gotta find something to do.
You could meditate, you could write, you could talk to your fellow cartmates, you could not succumb
Okay.
to delusion.
Well, Muffin Man is a little freaky sometimes, and
I was under the impression that was a woman.
Huh?
Is she not a woman?
you're all Muffin Men. I'm going home. Well, not home. Carriage. That's how words. Words. Bye.
You guys still have to reattach this wheel.
Oh, right.
So, I would ask. Let me open up someone's character sheet so you can see all the different skills. Whoever is going to make this, or attach this, it could be either, you can roll an investigation to find where the wheel needs to go, or you could just make a straight strength check and just force it on there.
A what? A strength?
No,
A
that's
straight
gonna
strength.
break
I mean,
it.
I could maybe just like force it back on.
Wait, let me see if I can figure out how it goes on. I'm gonna roll for what was it you said?
Investigation.
Well then,
I rolled an 8.
Something broke. But you don't know what, but something broke.
Can I try to force it back on?
can I also
Yeah.
force it back on?
One at a time, please. One of you, just one.
Okay, I
You
got
can
a
assist, can't
nat
you?
1, so never mind.
Fuck, you fucking broke it.
Plus 6, but you know what?
So you go to force it on, you kind of like brace it up on there. You go to shoulder bash it onto the part that the wheel's supposed to rotate on. And you're a little bit too far off to the side. So as you go to shoulder bash, the wheel just kind of pops right back off after turning too much.
Yay! Great. Okay. Someone else's turn now, I guess. Ty!
I'm just gonna try and place the wheel on like the spoke part and just push on it until it
Okay.
like
Make a strength check.
13.
Yeah, it slides in after a little bit of pushing. So a little bit difficult. You kind of have to spin the wheel a bit, angle it more, but eventually you do just push it on and it kind of like clicks into place. And now your carriage is fixed.
There's no way it was that easy.
It was that easy.
Can I give it a few rotations to just make sure it's not going to immediately pop back off?
It explodes. No, it's fine.
What?
It's literally fine.
That was my favorite wheel.
And you will keep journeying forward.
Wait, how do we get all the provisions out of the carriage? Do we just leave it? Do we lose all their stuff?
No, we're in the carriage.
But you said the wheel exploded.
I was joking.
Oh.
I said the wheel is fine. It does not explode.
Okay.
You will continue journeying forward. And another couple days pass, roughly a week, before it is getting nighttime. And it's about the time that you all would set up a camp. And you see this light on the side of the road, and which one of you would be the most worshipful of Zyra?
Who's that?
The most.
Like which one of you? Do any of your characters worship Zyra, the non-draconic god?
Not I. Not I.
Nor I.
So wait, are you guys all atheists?
Yeah, we're all atheists.
There is no god.
Yeah, I like money and food. That's it.
Atheism in this wouldn't be there is no god because there's so much evidence that they do exist. It would literally just be you refuse to worship them. I apologize.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're all
okay, I
dead.
believe they exist, but I'm too focused on my own self.
Okay, so none of you?
No.
I guess can I roll
Can I
a
roll
religion to try and understand?
Well, originally I was just gonna say that you all do recognize it as a church design rep. I was just gonna see if you had any special stuff you want to do, like pray there. But you do see a church design route on the side of the road. With their what is the word? Signature graveyard to the side of the church. Through scriptures, you would know that Zyra cares a lot about how people are buried and giving them proper burials. Is there anything you would like to do?
Does it look like they were buried properly?
Yeah, it does. I mean, looks like the same as every other church's graveyard. So, probably follow the tradition correctly.
Well, that's that then. Yeah, I mean,
Okay, so I suppose you all keep moving forward until you break camp. Then we're going to time skip forward, and you approach the plateau.
Wait, so how much time are we skipping?
Just until you reach Centrifica. If there's anything you wanted to do in the meantime, that would be the time to say that.
I think I have to pee.
What?
Like in character?
Yes, in character.
Oh.
I suppose I can stop soon.
That would be lovely, thank you.
You're welcome. And I guess I'll look for a safe place, like in the woods, to stop.
Yeah, at this point, you all would say that you're probably marching your way through Bloodroot, and just along the road, you stop and Shanty saunters off.
Should somebody go after her, perhaps? Make sure she doesn't get attacked by wolves or other?
I'll go.
Alright.
Okay. Shanty, you see as Umizara steps off the carriage and starts following you. Yeah.
Did you have to pee too, Izara?
1 second. Now that you mention it, I don't think I've peed since we've started this trip. So, I guess so. But I'm also just gonna make sure you don't get, like, eaten by, like, some animal. You know, you make the best muffins out here, so I can't let you die.
Those were store-bought.
Okay. You provided them, so, you're essential to my life now. I guess that's it. That's all I gotta say.
Do we find a good
Yeah, you just
a good spot?
find a spot in the woods and you squat down and pee.
I turn around to. I actually probably stay a good few feet away from her and turn around and give her privacy.
We really do be role-playing you peeing.
Yeah.
Man, Hung, I gotta say, Umizara freaked me out a little bit because I don't think I've seen them have to like use the bathroom once during this whole trip. I don't know what kind of bladder, like, not a single bathroom break. It's a little freaky.
I can't say I've particularly been paying attention to your urination cycles.
Well, I guess
Direction.
I guess that's kind of weird. I'm sorry I said that.
They're there. Kind of like little pat.
What are the characters like gender/pronouns?
I don't know because we didn't get to introduce ourselves.
Me neither.
Can we do a flashback to introducing ourselves?
Okay, we flash back day one of travel.
Sitting around the campfire. I guess if we're all just like sitting around a campfire on like stage one of travel, Hung would have killed and skinned an animal and like be roasting it with provisions.
Chat.
So I have no idea what they call you people. I'm Dalder. That's all for now, I guess. Yeah.
Yep. My name is. I like money and food. And
Fair.
yeah, that's me. I'm a hunk. I'm a big guy.
Big boy. I'm so sorry.
How tall is everybody?
We all have like a charisma of 0.
I love how Dollar just sometimes just says stuff.
Yeah, Dalder is like a dude with gray skin, hazel eyes, medium length ponytail, it's black, like mentioned before, about 5'10", and from what you can guess, around 200 pounds. and is somewhere in his 20s.
She's kind of a fatty.
A fatty. Oh, wait, how tall are you?
5'10"?
Okay. Okay. That's a normal size dude. I guess. Not a fatty. What are you
Especially for
talking-
someone that's as strong as he is.
Right.
That's a lot of muscle.
I
My
mean, I
dog said hi.
have a bit of a belly. I like my food, but, you know.
Well, he doesn't call. The player is calling you a fatty.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
Don't just introduce yourself when Hung points at him and goes, fat.
No, he does not. That is not true.
Puppy. What the dog doing?
Why do you keep kicking my door open?
Is no one else gonna introduce themselves?
I think.
I
Wait,
mean,
did you?
As far as I'm aware, only Galder has.
Then you go next, Hong.
What the fuck?
Evil grandma.
I'm sorry.
damn.
How does Shanty know Hung's name?
How do you know my name? My surname.
You look like a Hong to me. I just guessed.
He kind of like, shh.
Was that racially motivated?
Scoots away from you a little bit. Like he wasn't sitting very close to you guys to begin with, but now he kind of like scoots back more.
I will have to let you guys know that you will assume out of her age that it was a little bit racially motivated.
Oh, what the fuck? He's not
Oh my
Chinese,
god!
he's black.
Oh my god!
He's black. His name is Chinese. How did you guess that?
I don't know then. I don't know.
Is it because he's wearing like Ronin clothing? Because like he is a black man.
I didn't remember that. Then I retract my named statement, but I point at you and I say, you go next then.
I was hoping you were gonna throw out another random name, and I was gonna laugh really hard.
Shanty splits her eyes. You go
Shanty's
next
about to
then.
get racist.
Steven?
Go ahead. Profile me. No. I guess he'll kind of like put down his skinning knife and just kind of go, I am Hung,
Like a horse.
He just
Oh,
immediately
yeah,
shuts
that's a
up
good way to
and goes
remember
back
it.
to skinning the rabbit.
Oh, never mind.
That was out of character, by the way. That was not in character. I'm disrespectful in real life, not in character.
Wait, actually, can I get like a refresher as to what Hong looks like?
Okay, so he is about like 6 foot even with his gaita sandals. But he wears typical like martial artist clothing, like the baggy pants and the bandaged torso with like wrist wraps and a overcoat. He has the silly little triangle hat. Not the conical hat, but like the actual.
What, like a dunce cap?
No.
Sorry, I know what you're talking about. I just felt like saying that.
Yeah. He's African American, but
Yeah,
from
West
his
America.
fingertips to his like elbow is just like pale 3rd degree burn scars kind of like twisting up his arm on both hands. And there are multiple like scarred lacerations across his forehead, his temples, and his shoulder blades in the shape of like little like scales. And he has the frightening blue-eyed stare.
I actually don't know what an Asimar is, and I like searched up pictures. Does your character have wings?
No. As far as you're aware, he looks human, pretty much.
Okay.
I guess then he'll kind of like lacklusterly point over to Umizara. Wait, did you already fucking introduce yourself? Never mind.
I did.
Then
What
I
do you
guess he'll
want?
point to the grandmother instead.
My turn?
The grandmother.
I suppose so.
My name is Shanti. Though at least that's what everyone calls me. But, I don't know. I used to go on adventures a lot, so I am enjoying going on this adventure.
I guess then he'll
Sick.
finish like cooking the rabbit and kind of divvy it up for everybody.
Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Do you want a description of what my character looks like?
Yes.
Okay, so my character is 5'2".
Short ass.
Shorty.
Yeah.
Shorty.
That's me in
Everyone's,
real life.
everyone's like almost
I'm a
6
foot
or
taller than you at least.
above. She's 5'2". She has like thin, wispy white hair. She has pitch black skin, but like also bright blue eyes. But they're not like
Up
they're not
top.
like ultra bright. They're just like seawater blue.
Meow.
Two frighteningly blue-eyed characters.
Okay, so you all have introduced yourselves, and this is the first night of travel.
We didn't. Did we?
We just did.
Yay!
Wait, I don't know what Umizara looks like.
Oh. Well, I don't even know what Umizara looks like right now either. So,
It's like the blank character when you haven't bought the DLC yet. That's what Bizarre looks like right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get back to you on that. I'll actually draw her. So, I don't have any motivation to do so. She's just a half orc. I think she'll have skin that's something
I
close.
think she'll have skin.
Yeah, she might have skin. I don't know.
Skin is optional.
She has scars on her face. She has tied black hair. She has her hair tied back and it's black. And she specifically has a scar on her lip on the, let me think, like, I think the right side that kind of looks like Toji's scar. Chat. This is real. And she's either gonna have skin like what, maybe light purple or light green or something like that. She's buff, and I've mentioned that before. Everyone knows this already. She's buff and big. That's all I've got for you right now, guys. 6'3" or 6'4".
Damn!
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's who she is. That's what she looks like right now. So I may change it. We'll figure it out, guys. What is this? Why did you send that?
Okay. So you all have introduced each other. This is the first night of travel. We're going to unflashback. You all collectively bring your fingers down from stroking your chin as you remembered your introductions.
Family Guy cutaway. I remember when we introduced
Yeah,
ourselves.
You guys remember? Hey, Lois.
You remember when I introduced myself to the party?
And you all find yourselves in front of Centrifuga's plateau. Right now, it's daytime, starting to get to nighttime. As you approach, the angle you're approaching at, if you look at the map, You would be approaching the northernmost city, but you're a little bit too far west. And as you approach this plateau, you see a figure standing at that cliff edge, looking down at you all. And you don't quite recognize who it is.
What do they look like?
Make a perception check. To vision.
I look with my special eyes.
My special piercing
My
blue
brain.
eyes.
Okay, Gojo.
6 eyes. Gojo.
I would also
15.
make
Am I just Gojo? It's me, Gojo.
Gojo,
Oh my god, Gojo statue from the hit.
Domain expansion.
Oh,
Domain expansion, traumatic backstory.
Domain
I
expansion. Who the fuck is that guy?
Are
Where'd
we
you roll?
the
Oh, a
perception check?
15.
oh my dog! She's putting
Uh,
her weight on my chest. I can't breathe.
And anybody who wants to identify fella, make a perception check.
Are you okay? I just heard you can't breathe, and then we're continuing with the session like normal. Like,
Can't breathe.
Push the dog off of you.
Have you tried
oh, it's a
picking up
dog.
the
Never
dog?
mind.
Dang it, Zumi! Tell me that you can push Zumi off of me. She's a fat ass.
Bro.
Oh, she got off of me. I'm good now. Oh lord. Just screaming, crying, and kicking. Okay, I'm good now. We can continue.
So anybody who wants to identify fella, make a perception check.
Okay.
Baldo and Shanty have made yours. Did you make one, Angel?
Oh, what? Yeah, I think I got a
Perception check?
15.
15?
Yeah.
Alright, we got 11, 13, 15, 17. Okay. Hung, you're the only one who can kind of
Damn.
garner who this guy is with a 15. He's far away, and it's getting dark enough that it's hard to make any details. But from what you've seen in the past, and looking at this guy, he does look similar to Brawl, the prince.
So he's looking at us?
Yes, he is looking over the cliff's edge at you guys.
I guess I'll make him, like, visible to the rest of the party. I'll be like, hey, that looks like our guy.
As you point at him, you see him turn around, begin to walk in the other direction, further onto the plateau.
Well, the carriage is faster. Speed that shit up.
What
Okay.
the hell?
As you speed up, you reach the plateau wall, and there is a what looks to be an elevator that brings you up to the top. And manning this elevator is a handful of guards, maybe 4 guards, 4 or 5. They stop you to say, "Halt! What's your business for entering Centripeca?"
The letter.
Oh, he kind of, like, doesn't register that they're talking to him, and then just kind of, like, pats his pockets and is like, we have this letter from, King Sandicus. We're here to find... What's his name?
Brawl?
Varall? I thought it was Varung. Shit. We are here to find,
it's
Varall,
Verall.
his
yeah,
son.
Varall.
Yeah, Varung.
Ethan, I'm gonna hit you. The guard looks at you and says, what does the letter have to do with that?
It is proof of King Sandicus's... It just... So you know I'm not lying?
I don't know what that has to do with me, I just work here.
Okay, so can we go through?
Which king are you here to meet, of the 3?
Oh, fuck! I just moved here! Shit.
Does any of us have any prior knowledge?
Centripeca is pretty important, so you would know the house names, you don't know the heads of them. You can go to setting lore, places of importance, and it'll show them.
The one with the B, the one with the B.
I'm not seeing the house as...
Barristan.
Harrison? Okay, he says, Oh. Okay.
Which
That'll
way
be
did
the
Varel go to?
you couldn't see. He was at the top of the plateau.
Shit.
You're allowed onto the elevator, which just starts the rise, and it takes a solid maybe 5 or so minutes for you to finally reach the top of the plateau. And this elevator, it is reasonably quick. It's not super fast, but it is kind of pretty advanced for the time. And as you reach the top, you see the plateau. There is almost no trees as you look across this very flat expanse, and you see immediately to your it would be to your left is the first city, which would be Hellenis. You see the city of Hellenis to your left, and the other two are forward. Since it is so flat, you do see Baral. He is kind of very quickly shuffling his way towards Hellenis.
Shit.
Are we still in the carriage?
Yes, you are.
Fucking book it. Max
Okay,
speed.
you start moving, and you see Varel. He peers over his shoulder and sees this carriage barreling towards him, and he starts sprinting. But you have horses, and you are faster.
And the horses love me, by the way.
And horses love you. You see as he has no chance of outrunning, you see him make some hand signs, and in a snap, he disappears.
What?
If you all would make Arcana checks real quick.
Okay.
I'm cooked.
What?
Never mind, I rolled a 19.
Bro,
Holy
shadow
moly.
core
I
jutsu
rolled a
to
Holy moly.
19. 21.
Holy moly.
Oh my god.
I
What did you
rolled a
get?
11.
Okay.
19.
Hung, you're the only one who doesn't recognize. All three of you recognize a very powerful tingle in the air that is very evident of cosmic magic.
Oh my god.
And
So
as
I
you
realized
all your characters would know,
Except for me.
Varel is not one of the 3 known users of cosmic magic.
Oh.
That's not supposed.
That's not supposed to.
Arcane coward, you bastard. Like, Hung is like actively pressed right now. As he just like full stops the carriage.
How the fuck did he do that?
Who?
Only a coward would turn their back and run.
If we.
Am I the only one who understands what just happened? Or am I, like, what the?
I have no clue.
Yeah, Hung, you are lost. He was
I'm
there,
just
and all of a
pissed.
sudden he's
I'm
gone.
just
You have no
pissed.
idea.
I'm just pissed. I'm angry.
Okay, well, obviously he's some kind of magic.
Of course.
Ethan, I just told you what kind of magic you have.
Well, yeah, but like, I don't know if Hung is just gonna like piece it together on their own or not.
What are you talking about? Yes, obviously it's some kind of magic. I don't know anything further because I don't give two.
You know how there's like only 3 confirmed people who can use cosmic magic?
Maybe?
That motherfucker, who's not one of those 3, just used it.
Alright, awesome. I could punch through his head if I wanted to.
Wait, deadass?
Yes. If I could have just gotten, I don't know, 2 steps closer, I would have scooped him up like a newborn baby and we'd have been on our way home.
Or he could have just yeeted us into the fucking sun, and we don't know what he's able to do with that.
Why would he be running from his own father like that?
I don't know, man. Maybe.
No. No.
No?
No? Huh?
Dog bark. One sec.
Okay. I will say, he doesn't know that you are working for his father.
Oh, that makes sense.
Does the arcana that they rolled give any indicator of which direction? Like, are there any magical traces left behind of where he could have went to?
Yes, actually. You would be able to generally get an idea. He didn't teleport too far away. And there was just a sudden surge of magic in Telenus.
Could I roll for like investigation to exactly track him down?
What would you be investigating?
Which happened.
Like
Like the
yeah,
traces of magic left
yeah,
behind?
the traces of magic to like follow him.
Yeah. Go ahead. Roll. Okay. So, he definitely teleported into Telenus. That you are positive of. You know he's somewhere in the center city. Definitely, you've never been to Telenus yourself, but, given your history, you would have... Maybe you have been there before, given your experience in the military. Spoilers, sorry. But the center of the city is a residential area.
Kids, I think he went to like the center of the city.
Are carts permitted there?
They are not permitted in the center, but they are permitted the outskirts where all the businesses are.
We should head over, right?
Guys, we're about to get our cart stolen. Watch.
I will find a place to stable it. You head towards the center. I'll meet you there.
Can we trust that you're not gonna run off?
Why would I do that? I'm the one that got us in this mess.
Checks out.
No.
Sure.
Okay, well, let's do that.
Okay, you all ride the cart into Telenus, where you stick to the outskirts where the businesses are. There's sort of like parking spots where you can put the... basically you pay to keep the cart there for the night. They'll keep the horses fed, they'll keep them happy and stuff.
How much is it?
It is 1 silver.
Oh, easy.
1 silver a night. Yeah, it's not expensive. It's like parking toll, you know. And you all go Center City? Question mark?
Yeah.
So you all kind of venture into the Center City. It is currently nighttime, to the point where people are getting out of work, they're heading back home, so a lot of people are heading into Center City. And really no one bats an eye at your group. Centrifuga gets a lot of outside visitors. In Telenus especially, due to their monopoly on their mine. You walk into the center city. The dead center of the city is a kind of town square, surrounded by a lot of different houses, like apartments, all that stuff. And then the outer ring is where all the businesses are, with the fort at the edge of the plateau.
Where the hell are we gonna find this guy? Can we like, ask around, or are we even able to like describe him to ask around?
Yeah. You could. You walk up to someone. He appears to be half elf. Probably manual labor based off of his build and his type. He has a long scar from his upper cheekbone down to his jaw. And he looks at you with suspicion. He says, "What do you need?"
Yeah, we're looking for this guy. Somebody help.
You looking for someone?
Yeah.
I don't know how to. What does he look like? Maybe I've seen him.
I don't think we ever got a description of what Varol looks like.
You recognize him on the plateau, so you do know what he looks like.
But me as a player, I didn't get a description to relay to this man.
Right. Sorry. Apologies.
Yeah.
Pharrell is he's human. He's roughly 5'11", 6 foot. He's been missing for 4 years. But he is around that height. Kind of muscular, a little bit built. He has spent time in the military. He is scarred, and he, from public appearances, he was usually dressed in kind of darker colors. You don't know if that fashion sense has carried on, but that's what you would know. Brown eyes, blonde hair.
I guess
Kinda
I'll
dirty
relay as much as I can without kind of telling this guy that it is Varol. Like, I just describe the person instead of being like, we are looking for Varol. Because if he's like
Okay.
with the guy, he might be like, oh, well, I'm not going to tell you.
He thinks for a moment. He says, "Yeah, I think I know a fella in that description. I think he's working at that bar over there." And he points in a direction. It's called the lap is something. I don't remember. I don't really go there a whole lot. But I think he works there.
What?
Then I assume that's where we're going. Thank you, sir.
So you all go.
Mhm.
You walk in that direction. You find the bar. It is called the Lapis Dragon. You walk inside, and it's kind of filling as some time passes. It's people are setting their seats. The previous shift's workers are kind of cycling out as the new shift workers come back in, set their positions behind the bar, clean up any messes that have been made. A lot of people are ordering food more than drinks at this point.
Maybe he's working on staff?
Or we were lied to.
Well, I mean, we haven't even, like, looked around yet.
I guess, like, as they walked in, he was kind of just, like, people watching, but not really, like, looking.
Okay, so you all want to really look?
Mhm.
Okay. You do see him. He is one of the kind of supply runners. You see him come out the back, place a couple of bottles on the back shelf, where he turns back and heads into the back room.
Would somebody else like to go confront him? I believe I scared him earlier.
I'll go follow him. I'll go ask him.
Don't forget to mention that his father's looking for him.
Okay, so Shanty, you want to walk into the back room?
Yeah, I'll just. Yeah, I want to speak to him.
Okay, you go to enter the back room. You're stopped by one of the employees. boys only. You can't go back there.
That young man over there, that's my grandson.
What the fuck?
That's your. He looks into the back room at Faral. And he looks at you. He looks back. And he looks at you and says, "You two don't look anything alike."
Dungeon Master, I'd argue it's deception.
Okay. You can roll deception, but it's gonna be real hard.
I'm actually not gonna roll deception. I'm actually gonna roll persuasion, and my story is actually gonna be that it's not blood relative, but like through marriage and just like through marriage. Not through marriage or blood, just through like like a god grandparent, like a godparent kind of.
Okay. Roll persuasion.
Why are you crying, buddy? Or you're scratching?
No fucking way.
Oh, okay. He says,
It's a dirty 20.
he says, "Oh, okay. Sure, go talk to him. Just make it quick. I don't want the boss getting mad at me." So, Shanty, you walk in the back room. Is there anything the other three would like to do first?
No.
Order a drink.
What do you order?
I guess I'll just patrol the table, like keep an eye out for shit. While
Oh,
you
actually,
Well, I don't have the menu, but
yeah, we do not have the menu.
Right. There's various, for foods, there's various soups and gruels, but for drink, there's the typical, there's meat, there's rum, whiskey, and vodka.
Hey,
um,
what's your name? God damn it. How do you pronounce your name? Your character's name, Ethan?
Balder.
Dalder?
Like,
Baldur's Gate.
yeah, go with a D.
Okay,
Baldur's
so
Gate.
Dalder. Do you want to take a shot together?
I mean,
Do you
I
want
don't see why not. Nothing can possibly go wrong.
Nothing can possibly go wrong, guy. I want
Alright.
to take a shot with him. What do you want a
Uh,
shot of?
I totally blanked on the drinks. I'm gonna be honest. How about vodka? Whatever that is.
All right. Okay.
And Shanty, you approach Varal. He doesn't recognize you, and he looks at you and he says, "What are you doing back here? You're not supposed to be back here."
I'm sorry, Your Highness, but I need to take
Immediately his flash faces with the fear. He says, he starts backing away and he drops whatever's in his hand. He says, No. Leave. I'm not dealing with that.
I mean you no harm. I merely just want to ask you a couple questions.
I'm not here to talk to anybody. You work for my father, and I'm not going back to Veridol.
I no longer serve under his command.
He looks at you for a moment, and he recognizes you. He says, "Oh, you were part of the group, right?"
That is true.
Did you see what was in there?
Only the horrors of after. But I was never inside.
That manifested in physical form. And it promised plague on the world. I can't. I went in there and I saw it, that specter, with my own eyes. He clutches a hand over where his heart is, over his chest. He says, "Don't you?" He closes his eyes. He attempts to compose himself. You can tell he's a lot more comfortable speaking. Well, he would be a lot more comfortable speaking with someone who was a part of that company. He says, I myself am cursed. I cannot go anywhere. I fear I may hurt people. I don't want to hurt people. Should that specter return to me once more?
Does it follow you? Is it attached?
Something similar, yes. He clutches his heart again. He says, "You're aware of the shard, correct?"
I've only heard rumors. I know no specifics.
Within that specter was the shard, then death manifested in physical form. His hand remains over his heart. It is in me now. Those poor company men, rotted with plague, and it whispers in my ear, promises the return of the swarm, the return of plague. The plague, not just any. It haunts me knowing that within me resides such a terrible thing. I don't want to hurt people.
I understand, but you need to know. Hiding out might only make it worse. And who's to say you won't hurt people, whether you are here or whether you are in your rightful place in the kingdom?
I've wandered these lands for years, and when I came here, and I don't want to bring a plague to my home. I don't want to watch my own father crumble before me. And there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, better here than there, right? Better people I don't know than people I do, right?
Sire, I know you have a stronger and deeper connection to your kingdom and your family, but your your Veridal is falling apart without you. There are riots, plans to overthrow or harm the king, all in search of you.
And if I return, I bring this specter of death to them. And it will be unleashed, and the world will. Everything I ever knew, and ever loved become nothing but rotted corpses.
Who's to say that wouldn't happen here? Who's to say that it would travel over there? Who's to say that it will happen in the first place?
If it happens here, they'll have time to flee. If it happens there, they will all die. And if it doesn't happen, of course it will happen. It resides within me. It whispers the promises of death. I can't live with myself knowing that I carry such an abominable curse.
What if what it speaks of is in reality you not not being with your subjects and with your family.
You never went into the crag. You didn't see what I saw. It afflicted me. It latched itself onto me. And the people that led only got a little bit, but I watched as the other ones, their faces melted, their bodies writhed, their bones twisted, snapping, rending from their flesh. As I don't want to say anymore. I ask, either leave this place or free me from this specter or just kill me. I respect you. I always did. I couldn't bear to see you get hurt.
My life means nothing compared to yours. How about, what if we try to find a way to help bandage or fix whatever it is?
The only thing I could think of would be to go back to the crag and I don't even know. But something has to be done.
Why don't we go together?
No, I can't stay with. I must isolate myself. In case you were correct and it does happen, then I must isolate myself. I will go into the woods, where I will stay. Maybe. I don't know.
Your Highness, don't you think it would be better to try and fix this, to try and go back to the crag where it all started, to see if maybe you could do something about it, maybe I could
I
help?
can't go back there. I will not. I refuse. I will not return there. Not after what happened. I refuse.
Your Highness, are you refusing out of fear?
Yes.
Are you not worried about the future generations coming across the crag and also being put in harm's way? Because of your fear right now, you might be stopping yourself from helping future generations.
That's why you must go. I'm sorry to ask this of you. I know you don't know what was in there. You didn't see what I saw. I am sorry to ask this of you. But please, I need you to go to the crag. I believe the specter that follows is not it itself. I don't know why. I have this feeling that there's a more powerful piece within there. And I fear what will happen if it is left undisturbed. I don't know if it is possible to kill it or to banish it. But please try.
Is there anything I can say to convince you to help us, as you know more than we do?
I'll go with you, but I will not go into the crack.
Hopefully along the journey, you can teach myself, and I am with the crew. You can teach us everything that you know about the crag.
I will tell you everything I know. I will journey with you. But once we get there, I will not go within that place.
I understand, Your Highness.
Thank you. Now, I should probably get back to work. I leave tomorrow.
Where can we meet?
My place. He pulls a looks like a notepad out of his back pocket, and he scribbles down an address, and he hands it to you. He says, "There, that's where I live. You can go there tomorrow. I will be there. I'll be ready."
At dawn or noon?
Dude. Thank you again, and I'm sorry. But do
Thank
be
you.
safe.
You as well, Your Highness. I'll meet you tomorrow at noon at your place.
And then you leave the back room?
I like smile and slowly back up and just like walk away very sad but slowly.
Okay.
And I make it back to everyone at the bar.
Baldur and Umizara have crashed out and drunk a lot and are asleep at the bar.
What the
And
fuck? Vodka.
Hung is pacing?
No, he's just like sitting there making sure nobody puts a hand on either of them.
Okay. Baldur's barely awake. And Hung, you see Shanti come out of the back room.
How did it go?
I think I might have convinced him to come with us, but it's not back to. It won't be back to Uverdal.
What do you mean?
There's something you don't know.
About yourself? About him? About both?
About everything. It will be better if maybe I'll speak to you first and then we can explain to Dalder and Umizara when they're conscious.
Shall we get an in-room then?
That would be for the best.
Okay, so who would I have to talk to? Would I just talk to the bartender and be like, yo, I want a room?
Yeah, you would just talk to the bartender.
How much
It's,
for a room?
It depends on what kind of room you're looking to get.
One that can accommodate 4 people.
Okay. Would you like 2 beds or 4?
How much is 4?
That'd be 3 gold.
Oof. How much is 2?
1 gold.
I guess like looks over at Shanti and just kind of like grimaces and is like, 2 beds is fine.
How awake am I?
You're barely conscious. This is Dalder's first time ever drinking anything that isn't water, and it did not go well.
Okay, never mind.
I would suggest a good night's rest. We have a long journey ahead of us, so I assume that the king gave us a decent amount of gold.
No,
Maybe?
I have been using my pocket funds.
Did the king give us any money?
He did not. He gave you provisions and a cart, but he didn't give you any money.
No, Hung will hand over 2 gold.
Okay, the bartender opens a drawer and places 2 gold in there, closes it, locks it, and he hands you a key that has a number and a letter. 2C. It says, your room is on the 2nd floor, 3rd room.
Thank you. And Is Umizara like out?
Umizara is out.
All right, can
Dead
I
asleep.
attempt to lift her and carry her to the room?
Yeah, you just kind of pick her up by her shoulders and drag her along.
I
I'm kind of doing like the dead
165
man's
pounds of her.
carry, like over the shoulder.
What?
Like I forgot how to describe it. Hold on.
I'll get a picture.
Like that.
Okay.
Like that.
No, like that.
that's
Don't pull up my butt.
I walk up to Dalder and just pat him on his shoulder and say, "Come on, big guy, let's go."
You all saunter off to your room. Open the door. There's 2 beds. It looks fine. Maybe a bit overpriced, but it's fine.
I guess it is fine. Damn.
It's not good, but it's not like terrible.
I do expect you to explain things to me before the night ends.
Yes, let's put them to sleep.
I'll just kind of like flop Umizara on the one of the beds.
I kind of just point to the other bed, and Dalder, I'm assuming, would just flop.
Or just not make it and sleep on the floor.
Daughter, give me a Constitution check or saving throw.
Oh my god, 22.
Yeah, you make it to the bed. You lay down, and while the bed itself is not at all like, it's a little comfortable, but you've slept in better. Right now, this is the most comfortable thing you've ever laid in your entire life, and you pass out immediately.
Sweet.
And right there, we will end for the night.
Do
No, that was the amazing about.
do I explain to Hung everything before or after?
So
I literally have no, like, as a player and a character, I have no idea about anything you guys said to each other. And I also have no idea, like, how you guys had a connection to each other. So I would need you to, like, literally explain it to me as if you were in character.
yeah, we'll do after. Next session we'll start off with that, and then you guys will make your way to the crag.
Yeah, and then the other 2 will also have to wake up, and we'll also have to explain it to them.
Yeah. But right now we'll end there.
Okay.